Because at the end of the day, if you're the main character, everyone else is an NPC, and it doesn't matter what they say or do. They're just a bit of script, they're a bit of code within your matrix. It's always good to end the day with a nice walk in nature, seeing like the sun, the sunset, greenery, fresh air. You just, I don't know, I find it so calming, so relaxing, especially after like a decently long week, just to reset. I wanted to share something with you guys. I think you may get some, value out of this. Something that I've, like a tactic, or I guess a way I think, and the way it made me think like this in the past, that changed a lot of things for me. When you're like, just say for example you want to start going to the gym, or you've got a job interview or something coming up that's kind of going to make you anxious, it makes you like apprehensive, it makes you want to think about doing something twice. It's like, oh damn, if I go to the gym and wear these clothes, what are people going to think of me? Or they're going to think, why am I trying to work out, I'm not in shape, etc. Like you're every human, it's just natural, you kind of get worried what people think of you, right? So what I started to do a while ago was, I thought, okay, like I'm sure a lot of you guys have played video games in the past, things like Skyrim, Grand Theft Auto, The Sims, anything like that. And as you're the main character, just say we'll use like Grand Theft Auto for example, you're walking down the street and you have like all these NPCs, non-playable characters in the game, and they're just standing on the streets. They like walk around, say stuff, push you, shove you, whatever. But all these people are literally NPCs. They're just bits of script and code put into the video game. Well, that's the way I look at other random people. If I get worried like, oh, what are they going to think if I do this? What are they going to think if I do that? It doesn't really matter what they think, because they're just NPCs. They're just scripts within the matrix. They're not real people. Like, their thoughts don't matter. It's like when you're playing Grand Theft Auto or Skyrim or whatever, for example, and they yell out something in the game. Like, it doesn't make you stop and think, oh, why'd they say that? Real life's no different. Real life is just like a real video game. It's pretty cool when you start looking at it like that. You don't really give a shit no more. It's like, who cares? You're not real. Like, you're not gonna let the opinions of a computer really make you change the way you feel. Because at the end of the day, if you're the main character, everyone else is an NPC, and it doesn't matter what they say or do. They're just a bit of script, they're a bit of code within your matrix. Maybe that's why this video popped up for you. That's why you clicked on it. I'm like the virus in the matrix that's explaining it. So like the antivirus is about to kick in the matrix and shut this video down. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's it's one way to look at it. If you get worried what people think and say and do, just think they're literally just computer script. They're just a piece of code within the matrix that you're interfacing with, that you're seeing every day. And they're not real. It doesn't matter what they say. The only thing that matters is what you do and how you feel and what you say and do. Because you're the only person that's the playable character. You can't worry about the NPCs, these non-playable characters, because they're not going to have no bearing or no effect on your end result. The only person that can determine your end result is you. It's pretty, like, it's good when you come to terms with it. Think like, okay, I'm going to go out and do whatever the hell I want now. I can do whatever job I want, I can do whatever profession I want, I can do anything that I want, I can go up to whoever I want, because you realise you're the only real person in this game that we call life. Or, some people think we live in a simulation. Could be that, who knows. But even if you do think it's safe, you live in a simulation, it should even give you more confidence to go and do whatever you want to do. Because everyone you're interacting with is not even a real person. They're just a script or a construct within this matrix. So who cares then what they say or do? You're not going to value what a computer thinks of you. So if another person is scripted into your matrix, why do you care what they think of you? And that's such an interesting approach when you start doing things. Or if you have to go to a job interview or something like that, think the person that's interviewing you is just a piece of code within the matrix. Like, it doesn't matter. Just be who you have to be without the fear of being judged of anything. Because a code can't judge you. A piece of script in your matrix cannot judge you. Only you can know who you are. Once you know your true self, then where you stand, like you stand in your true self and your true confidence, there's nothing that can deny that or take that away from you. That's the unshakable truth of who you are. And yeah, everyone else is just a piece of script within your matrix. But you're like, I guess that's hard because a lot of people, like, they're grown up with limiting beliefs from, you know, their parents or teachers or society, things like that, where they'll make you think a certain way, behave a certain way. You don't want to say anything without saying sorry at the end of it, worried about hurting other people's feelings and things like that. Well, that programming, it's going to be extremely hard to overcome, because your brain has got, like, between the ages of like 0 and 8, they're like the times when your brain is very, like, plastic, it's very, like, malleable, and it can be programmed quite easily. And under that time is when you spend, you know, a lot of time at school with teachers, with parents, watching TV, whatever, and they all implant these limiting beliefs into your mind, like, oh, don't say this, don't do that, you're going to hurt this person's feelings, etc. And then you're grown up with these limiting beliefs. But yeah, to overcome these limiting beliefs, to shift your paradigm into this new way of thinking that everything is, you know, everyone else around me is just a script within my matrix. I am the main character within this video game I'm playing that we call life. Two things either have to happen to shift your paradigm. Either a massive emotional shock, like a huge emotional change will happen, like the death of someone in the family, or like a really big emotional impact in your life will cause a change, or you do like a constant spaced repetition of thinking a certain way. So if you keep thinking, like, every time you come up to like a tough situation or an awkward situation, you keep it in the back of your in the back of your conscious mind that, hey, like, who cares what this person thinks what I'm wearing, or who cares what they say about my shoes? They're just a piece of script within this matrix. And you keep thinking that, you'll impress that into the subconscious mind. Now, when you impress that into the subconscious mind, that will translate into like real world actions, because what you perceive through like your 5 senses, or your taste, hear, touch, smell, all those senses, they impress into your conscious mind, and they make you think a certain way, act logical. They say, if I go left here, there's less traffic, or I'm going to stop at the red light, or whatever. That's your conscious mind thinking. But when you keep thinking this way in a long enough time, you'll actually impress this into your subconscious mind, and then you'll start living unconsciously as if you're the main character in the video game you're playing, life, that we call life. If you can like hack that, and you can always think that you're literally playing a video game, watch how fun life becomes. It's crazy. You can do anything, and not care. It's just playing life as if it's a video game. And then you watch, like, all the things you want to happen will start to happen, because you don't care. You're not held back by your limiting beliefs no more. You've broken away from those beliefs that have been programmed into your mind from the ages, from the ages of 0 to 8. But it does take time, and like you'll come up to situations and you'll start thinking, oh, is this like really going to work? Can I actually do this? But just try, like, just go up to have an interaction with someone and talk with them like you're the main character in the game, and they're just a piece of code in your game. But also too, one thing that will help is whenever you have an interaction with someone, no matter like good, bad, always try to leave them with an impression of increase. So what this is just say, I don't know, you're at the shops and you're buying something and you see someone also buying something at the shops. You can leave them with an impression of it. You can interact with this person and leave them with an impression of increase. So at the end of the interaction you've had with this person, they'll think like, oh damn, that was a really positive interaction, and they'll associate you in their mind with a positive interaction. So that's leaving someone with an impression of increase. This could be anything from like complimenting someone or giving someone like a helpful gesture or anything like that. That's going to like result in a net positive in their life in the end. Always leave someone with a impression of increase, because the positive energy, the positive like actions that you're putting out always comes back to origin, always comes back to source. So if you're constantly putting out these positive interactions, well, that's all you're going to get. You're just going to get positive interactions back with other people. Even if it's something bad, like someone stole something from you or whatever, still do the same. As hard as it is, as much as you want to get angry, still leave them with an impression of increase. Go back to, okay, you can go back to, this person is just scripted into the matrix to steal something from me. It's not them, it's not who they are. They're just coded to do this. The master programmer scripted them to do this. So then you can still not be angry at the person and leave them with an impression of increase, and leave them with a net positive in it, even at the end of it. And they'll be left like dumbfounded. They'll be like, oh, how does this person still have such a positive interaction with me even after I've done something so bad to them? Yeah, interesting take to try out on life. Costs you nothing, you'll lose nothing out of it, and life will become a lot more fun. Oh, that's why I'm putting these videos out, to show you guys. Oh well. If any of you have ever like thought about life like this, chuck it in the comments and yeah, let's talk about it.